Yes.
Get a hat.
Do I have lipstick on?
So I think it is recording now. Should be recording. Hopefully it's working.
It says recording in the top left-hand corner of my
Yes.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it does say it? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, good.
Mine too.
Okay, great. Oh, very
Nice
nice.
hat.
Very nice, Eric. So, so this is just about Schoology and really just how to access it and how to use it so that it benefits you and your students. If there are any other questions that, oh, there's Natasha. Natasha, if you want to start, oh no, hold on. Ask to start, yeah. So hopefully she'll click in. If there's any, hey Natasha.
Hi.
If there's any
Hello.
other questions that have to do with Schoology, we'll answer them. Rachel's really good about knowing how to utilize Schoology for students. I'm just going to start with, actually I can, Rachel, if you want, I can share the screen or you can just jump in and share the screen, but I want to start with all of you know how to access Schoology in the BPS art group, right?
Okay, I'll share my
everyone
screen.
has done that. Yeah, so
Sorry.
Rachel will start because she's going to end up really directing the work. So everyone should know how to access it. If you are not part of the group, you need to let me know, but I think everyone's part of the group. And then there are courses too that I want Rachel to kind of show you to see what we've done. I don't see any faces. I feel so sad about that, but
Oh, you don't? Mine are, I can still see everybody off to the side.
oh really?
Yeah,
That's
me
weird.
too. Yeah.
Oh really? Somehow I've lost
Yeah.
you. I'll figure it out.
Hmm.
But everything really has to with students has to go through Schoology. Even if you're sharing links, websites, we're trying to keep everything in one kind of platform, and Schoology is it. I know that elementary schools have not had access to their devices. There's something going on with the superintendent and the governor. The governor is asking all the superintendents to give him an update. It feels like daily about what they're doing to help with instruction. And one of the things that was discussed in the latest letter to the governor was that they will try to get more devices to our younger children, the iPads and things like that. So we'll see where that goes. But in the meantime, the one thing that I did want to share, and I shared this the last time with the last group, is you can only do what you can do, right? So right now it's really all about trying to be, professional advocacy, just trying really to continue the work that we do to help children. Keeping our units, keeping our work, making sure we're keeping records of what we're asking kids to do. Don't overwhelm them. Obviously, remember we only see some of our kids once a week or twice a week when they're babies. And the older ones up to maybe 3 times a week. And there's no one here at the high school level. Except for Rona, but Rona has her own schedule. Oh, and Rachel, that's right. But think about that too. Pacing
Here, Michelle,
that.
I just can't see you.
That's okay. I'm glad you can hear me.
Oh, hey, Carol.
I'm gonna find you in a minute. I've lost. Oh, here you go. Maybe
I can't see anything.
Oh, okay. So that's on you. So you have to click. Let me see if I can find you.
Try.
Hold on, Carol. All right, I'm going to ask you to start your video, and hopefully you got a little something that will let you click on that. There you go, I think. So, so we want to make sure that we keep updated with our work, right? Making sure we have our weekly assignments ready to go, making sure that we're trying to connect and contact our students however way we can, making sure you're documenting what you're doing, because we need to make sure we're doing what we have to do. Our kids may not be able to access this stuff right away, but we have to make sure we're still doing the work, okay? It's really important. So Schoology is gonna help with that. And so I'm gonna let Rachel jump in, I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to get into the groups, and then I want her to show you the courses that I set up for you if you need some ideas. I'm adding some more this week. And then she's going to show you how she uses Schoology. And then if there are any other questions about that, she will show you. If you need her to slow down, if you need her to go back, she's
Can you
she's
give me a
awesome.
pen?
Okay.
Yeah, holler if you need anything.
All right. So
Um,
Rachel, go ahead. Thank you.
Yep. So when you log on, you should get a screen similar to this that just lists any recent activity in any of your groups. And then on the top, you're going to see where your courses are. So the district created a whole bunch of courses in the last couple weeks. You may not see your actual courses anymore in here. I'll show you how to move those back to the top if you don't see them in a minute. But the courses that Michelle was talking about, the district has added grade materials for each grade level. So if, for example, if I click on 5th grade materials, there's going to be a folder for every subject. And if you go into the arts folder, there's particular units that Michelle has populated each grade level. And then they each have like things from the Davis publications. There's activities they can look at. There's information on how to complete the activities. So each grade level has a folder with their course content for every course, and there's an art folder in there. So I'm going to go back to my courses again. I'm going to just click on it one more time so you can see. So I'm clicking on the grade 5 art materials, and then I'm going into the arts. There's also other resources that Michelle has put in here. So the elements and principles are in there, the directions for making a sketchbook. These things need to be copied from this folder for students to access them, correct, Michelle?
Yes.
They have to copy these into theirs, okay? So,
How do you do that?
okay, what?
How do you do that?
You can download them onto your computer, and then I will show you how to copy them from there, how to put things into your courses when I go show you my courses.
Okay.
Okay, but if you just download anything you want to use onto your computer, and then when you go into your courses, you can add stuff. So there's stuff for every grade level already here. This is all this stuff that Michelle was working on putting on the last couple weeks. And then if you go back to the courses, to your courses, on the right, on the top, you see where it says My Courses?
Yeah.
That, I'm going to click there because I want to show you this view of it, because this has all the Buffalo schools materials, all the grade level things, and then down at the bottom, you'll see the courses that are actually your courses. Rona, this is where I think your kids are probably hiding. You know, the ones you couldn't find. I think they're probably way at the bottom of this list because like these are all my courses specific. This is my actual students, this course.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want those to show up at the top of your courses screen, you can click on the right here at the top where it says reorder courses and drag yours to the top.
Courses. Okay.
Okay. And then once you've done that, you'll be able to see them. Those first 5 with the pictures actually on them are my students.
Okay.
So I'm going to click on one of my courses now and show you guys how to add content to it, unless anybody needs me to just go through that again. We good?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to click on my computer course. And Michelle, I did notice, I checked again today, and even though I re-added you to my courses, you aren't there again.
No,
so I'm
that's
thinking
very
that they're doing
strange.
something to wipe it clean. I don't know. So
Okay.
I don't know if we can talk to IT about that. And then once that's
will.
up and running, I'll just send everybody directions on how to add you.
Yeah, I added you also.
Yeah, I
Michelle.
did see that, Alicia. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
if you haven't added me, like Dina, I didn't see that you've added me to your Schoology.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that,
yesterday.
but you can't hear me, can you?
We can hear you,
I can
Lynn.
hear you.
You
Nice
can?
to-
Oh,
yeah.
God, I did something right.
So let me ask you, can you see my screen?
Oh, my God.
Yes.
At least you know I'm here. Oh, my God, you have
You're
no
there.
idea how I've been trying
Oh,
all
no.
morning long.
I'm glad you're here, Lynn. Can you see Rachel's screen?
I can see Rachel's screen, yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm in my own studio and art course now.
Hold on,
And-
Rachel. Dina,
Okay.
you were going to say something?
Sorry, I was just gonna say I did add you yesterday.
Oh,
I
you did?
don't-
Okay, good. All
yeah,
right.
just let me know if you didn't get it, and then I'll
Okay.
try and do it again.
Okay, thank you.
I will show everybody how to add right now. I will say something keeps happening where I keep adding Michelle and it keeps dumping her back out. So I don't know if the IT department is wiping it. We're going to figure that out, but I'll show you how to add her so that you can, since I need to re-add you today anyway. I'm going to go on the left-hand side here and I'm going to click on members.
All right.
And so these are
why are we
my-
doing this though?
So
I'm sorry, what?
you're
The
adding,
members indicate what?
so the members are the people that are in your group or in your course.
These are
And
my
I-
students that are in this section.
Yeah, and I need to have access, at least to see what everyone's doing.
Okay.
So
This-
that's why you would add
So
me
I-
to your course.
Right.
This is pre-populated from Infinite Campus. The day you
Right.
did your beds forms, whatever kids were in your class that day are automatically already in Schoology, whether you've done it or not. You don't have to do that. All you have to do right now is add Michelle. Okay, everybody else will already be in there. So I'm going to click on add members, and I'm going to, it always defaults to your actual school. So I'm going to just click on Buffalo Schools. Then I'm going to put in Michelle's name and search for her. And when I find her, I'm going to go there and click add. The other thing to notice is on this member screen, see this little green thing with the access code? It says
Yes.
require approval. I have unchecked that box, which means I can add Michelle without her getting an email with an access code and having to join it. It just adds her.
Yeah, I would prefer that. Yeah, definitely.
She's got a lot of us, so if she has to put in access codes for everybody's class, it's going to be a pain.
So what do we do? Click on that? Or
So
don't click?
Make
Rachel,
sure it's not checked,
Okay.
because then it'll just add her without sending her an email asking her to join. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main screen for this class. There's a couple things you can do that are useful in Schoology. So I've been doing daily updates for my students where I'm just creating discussions to check in and give them information.
Rachel, before you move
Yep.
on,
Yes,
you said that you put Michelle in, but for some reason she's getting bumped out.
yes.
If you can go back to where you were,
Mm-hmm.
under the little, next to the check mark, yes, right here, I click on make admin, and that might help her stay in and versus her getting bumped
Yeah,
out.
good idea. Let's try that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll either let me or it won't. So we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to the main screen, and I'm going to just show you, I'll show you how to add a discussion first, because I've been doing that to keep in touch, but you can also add files. So if you want to add pages of work for kids, you can add links to websites. You can add media albums where if you want them to be able to upload sketchbook pictures, they can upload sketchbook pictures and show you what they're doing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to,
And
under
you
add
show us
materials,
how to do that, right?
I'm going to show you how to do all those things right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see right under the name of the course, it says add materials. I'm going to click there. And what I'm going to do first is add a discussion. And I've been doing these every day. I'm just calling them update and putting the date. You could call it check-in. Hey, are you there? Whatever. That's going to be your title. And then whatever you type here,
Mhm.
I got to go remember to. So my title for this one is check-in. And this is, I'm writing a message to my students. So when I create that, when you create new content, it goes on the bottom in Schoology. So if I scroll all the way down to the bottom of this course, it's going to be down there. I got a lot of stuff in Schoology, sorry. See, here it is, check in, but I don't want it at the bottom. I want my students to be able to see the stuff I did today at the top. So I'm going to just grab it and move it up. Okay. So that was a discussion. If I click there now, my students can see the message that I've written to them, and they can also add comments and reply to me. So I've done a couple where I'm like, okay, guys, checking in, comment with something so I know you're out there. This is a good way to do sort of quick check-ins like that.
And when you want to retrieve it, you just click on it.
Right. So if I'm on my main page, I just click on check-in and it'll show me that
who checked?
particular conversation.
Okay.
Okay, and then if my students, let me, I'm trying to remember one I know that somebody has replied to. I've also, because there's so many updates at the end of each week, I'm putting all the old, I put all updates for last week in this folder so that I'm not getting overwhelmed by them. But so this one I know I had students reply to. So there's my original message to them. And then they're checking in and I'm able to make comments or reply back to them as they're checking in also. So at least I have some idea of who's actually looking at Schoology.
Right.
So that's
so-
really the only way you know if the kids are actually looking at the material.
is if they comment on it, right?
Yeah.
So I've been asking them, hey, if you're out there, do this, or check in, just give me an emoji, give me a thumbs up. I actually have, in addition to the courses, we've created like an art majors group for our school that all the art majors are in. And that's more with like a, hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Here's a picture of my dog trying to crawl in my lap while I'm working, kind of just interacting with them so I know they're out there.
Okay.
And then this, I'm trying to give them all the work, but you can do both things in one place.
Okay.
So I'm going to delete that one because I don't really want to keep it before I forget and it's there. Okay, so I think that's the easiest just in terms of having discussions with your students. You can also, if you wanted to add a media album, you can do that. And this is someplace where if you're using sketchbooks, you can have them turn in sketchbook pages. So there's two different ways you can do it. You can do a media album or you can do an assignment. And the difference is the media album, everybody else will be able to see too. So if you want them to be able to turn in their sketchbooks in a format where everybody else can see their sketchbooks and make comments, this is a great way to do it if you want to do a critique. So like if I create this, there's some options down here. You can individually assign it to kids. You can allow them to make comments, which if you want them to be able to critique each other's sketchbooks is great. This one's really important. Instructors and students can add media. As long as you leave it that way, the kids can add their photos. If you turn that off, you're going to be the only one that can add stuff. Okay.
And Rachel, and the media can include, let's say, a little upload, like a 30-second upload. So Natasha,
Yes.
let's say the kids have access to a phone that can upload a quick video. You know, there
Yes.
may not be many of them, but that is something that you could think about.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, videos work too. And they can upload to this from their phones. It works.
Okay.
So, so you would just create that media album and then you can add files. I'm going to just, I can just click there and add. So right now there's nothing in the album, but the kids, when they log on, will have this add media button also, and they can add files.
And we take all the stuff from our desktops. I mean, how do we add the files? How do we add?
Oh, so if you like, well, so say I wanted to add up a photo from my files, I can click add media. And
Yeah.
then if you click on this attached files here, it looks a little different on phones, but you can go through and just pick like, here's a photo I took. Let me just click. Actually, that's a huge one, so it'll take a long time to load.
And then it's just like an attachment on an email.
Yep, it'll just click here. That I know that's a small file. It's going to load quick. And you just click add media, and then it'll show up there. And then once it's there, they can click on it and look at it. And when they're looking at it, at the bottom, there'll be a spot for them to comment. So if they want to make comments or critique each other's sketchbooks, they can do that. Okay.
Okay.
So the media albums are great for like uploading sketchbooks or short videos or that kind of stuff. The other thing you can do is an assignment. So if I go to add materials again and add assignments, I can type in what the assignment is called. Somebody's playing the trumpet.
That's Alexander playing his trombone. Sorry.
No, trombone, sorry.
Cool.
Oh,
Music is cool.
That's right.
I love
if
it.
you put an assignment, just put in ungraded for now. That's fine. If you add the assignment, that's again going to be at the bottom. Again, everything that you add goes to the bottom, and if you want to drag it up, you can. So there's all the sample stuff I made. So if you go to the assignment, for us, it's going to tell us anybody who's handed in things, but for the kids, there will be a thing that says submit there. Okay, because their screen looks different than ours. Let me go to, I know that.
Does anyone need have any questions about that part yet? Is
I
any?
gotta play with it myself
Yeah, you do play with
Yeah.
it. Mhm.
because I've been trying at 7:30 in the morning with my coffee, and I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah.
It's
And
hard.
we're recording this, Lynn. You came in after I asked everyone.
Oh,
I'm recording this, so I'll be able to put this on Schoology,
Okay.
and you guys can have access to it.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
So you can
Michelle,
also,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's
Right
weird
up
that
where
you can hear me.
I've missed all of this because my screen keeps going on and off. I get 1 out of 2 words and then you're blanked out again. Is there any way to
sounds
keep
like
it
not
stable?
a great connection.
I don't
it's
have
probably-
a camera on my computer, so you can't see me.
Yeah,
Fair.
we can hear you.
can hear you.
Hopefully
And
you
I'm
can
frozen.
see it.
See, I'm frozen up there.
You are
Yeah.
frozen. Well, you know what? It's okay. We're recording and you could still hear. You could still see on your side though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
can see.
It
so
just popped up now.
okay.
Okay.
And we can hear you. So if you do have a question, we can still hear you.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna just show you, you can create folders too and put all these things into folders to stay organized. So this is a folder I created for one of the projects my students should be working on right now. And in that folder, I gave them a bunch of resources. They can go here and watch a video about surrealism from the Dali Museum.
Reagan, not now.
Different artists. And then the hand-in is here, and I just wanted to show you this one because I know one of my students has already handed this in. So if I click there, you can see it's showing that she has handed in already. And if I click, I can see her drawing that she did. And she has also given me some comments, and I've already replied to her. So when the students hand in, they can put comments with it, and you can comment back.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
That is nice. I was just sitting there thinking.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice for me right now because every time a kid hands something in, I'm leaving a comment so they know I've received it.
Yeah.
Because how else are they gonna know right now?
Yeah, and they're gonna want to know.
Yes.
They are missing you guys, believe it or not. I'm sure.
Yep.
Mhm.
What I did this morning, and I know my student load is not as much as elementary, so it made a little more sense for me to do this. Anybody I hadn't checked in with on Schoology, I either emailed or texted today just to say, hey, you still there? But again, I don't have 800 students. So
Right.
So you can add, so this is where you would add a folder also if you wanted to. What else do you guys need to know how to do in this right now? Oh, let me show
What
you
is
how to add a
add
file.
page?
What?
What is add page?
That's what I've been doing to add my assignments. I did not know how to add an assignment. They told me just to do add page, and that's what I've been doing in Schoology, just a page.
Interesting. I've never added pages. I just let it flow like almost like a Facebook stream.
Yeah, I've actually started with adding pages myself, Carol, but what I have found is that you can't download a page. So if you have a folder and you can add PDFs and pictures, those are downloadable, but pages are not. And so
So you
all
want
those,
to add
yeah,
files instead.
yeah, because
That's
all the
all they told
courses,
me to do the day before we left was to add a page to get my information out.
It's
Yeah.
That's why I
fun to
wanted this session so I know how to do an assignment.
it's fun to try and do this in 3 seconds, right? Like, hey, everybody use this. I am fortunate because I already used it in my classroom, so I was able to shift over. The kids already knew how to use it. I know that put me at a little bit of an advantage. So I'm going to add, like, say you had 3 or 4 assignments you wanted to give kids and you wanted to keep them all organized. I would suggest adding a folder first. And put in the name of whatever it is. So like I have mine updated like surrealism or whatever it is you want to call them. You can color code your folders if you want to. Say all the assignments are red, all the whatever, however you want to do it. Fun websites are in the green folder. So that's again going to go at the bottom.
Could you drag a folder, Rachel, can you drag a folder from your desktop into here without doing each individual piece in the folder?
Yeah, see, I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
You can.
Because I've been
have to,
rewriting my lessons to fit so the children understand it.
Yeah,
That's what I've been
you have to
working
add
on.
that materials individually, unfortunately.
Okay.
so the question was, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
You could drag a
question
whole
is-
folder from your desktop,
Correct.
and I haven't gotten that to work. I've had to add the files one at a time.
Add materials.
And then
Yeah,
you put it in the folder.
Then you go to,
So I created that folder, and now I'm going to add materials, and I would put them in here in the order you want the kids to look at them. So maybe you want to start with them looking at a link of something. Okay, so here's a add file, link, or external tool. You can add a file. If you have a particular document you want them to read, you can attach that. Okay, so say I want them
Here's my
to.
question. I don't know how to get something from like a video, a virtual museum tour
Yes.
onto my desktop so I can click
You
on
don't
it.
have to. If it's already on the internet, I would just add a link.
Yeah,
It says add a
Okay.
link.
yeah,
So
add
I'll
a
show you
link.
how to do
Can I
that
write
next.
what that link is?
A lot of, yeah, the links are on the Buffalo Public Schools website on our main page. I put all those links, the virtual tours and some other stuff in there. If you haven't checked out the website, maybe before we leave, I can show you. It's right on the front page. But just use the links. You're not downloading anything. That's just way too crazy big. It won't work anyway. So
So
just the link.
The files would be for things like Word documents, if you have a rubric you want to share with them, if you want to write out some simple directions for something and share like a single page, you
Or
would add the
images.
file. Yep. The links would be for if there's already a website you want to take them to. So it's the same starting point, add file, link, or external tool, but you're going to click on link, okay? And then you can copy and paste. So for example, I have a sketchbook website that I like to let them use called sketch.io. Okay, you just copy the link from up here. And then in Schoology.
Wait a minute, you're going too fast.
Sorry. It may slow down. So I lost it. Got too many windows open.
So Rachel's just going to show you how to link something up. So she has the sketchbook, Sketch.io link that she uses, this platform. You don't have to use this platform, but it's something she uses.
I'm just showing you how to copy the link. So this is an online sketch pad I let my students use at school sometimes.
So you clicked on that.
Yeah, so I'm just loading the website I want to go to, or it could be albrightknox.org or whatever the website is. I'm going to go up here and copy this link. Okay. And then,
Meaning you're going to type it in that bar.
yeah, this address is already here because I'm on this website, so I'm copying it, but it's the specific web address you would type in if you wanted to go there.
Okay.
So you could copy and paste, Rona, a link. You could just copy and paste. You don't have to write it out. If there's a link that you see on a website that works, make sure that's one thing, just to say out loud now, that the district is very concerned about. Like, remember how I said no Pinterest? You know, we don't want Pinterest, but there are certain links and things that are being used that have not been approved and sometimes lead to different things that children shouldn't be going to. So please make sure to send me anything you're not sure about. Send it to me so I can just say it's okay, and then it's on me. Okay.
Okay.
But you could just cut and paste the link. You don't have to write it out. Just cut and paste. You know how to do that, Rona?
I think so, but I can also write it in though, right?
I mean, you could.
Yeah, if you do,
Copy
just
and
make sure you
paste, I
spell
can
it
do.
right or it won't work.
What?
If you do, you have to make sure you get all the capitalization and punctuation right or it won't work, which is why we're recommending you copy and paste it.
Just show her how to copy and paste.
Okay,
Rachel.
so I have highlighted this. If it's not highlighted, you just select it to highlight it. And then I'm going to go to edit and copy. And then I'm going to go back into Schoology. And I'm in that part. Let me go back into there again. I went to add materials, add file, link, or external tool. And I'm going to click on link. That thing I just copied is the URL for that site I want to go to. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to go to edit and paste. And then if you want to give it a title.
And you should.
Yes. Okay, and then you click add, and then what'll happen is this will go in. Yeah, Schoology freeze on me, that'd be great. This will go on as a link that the kids can click on, and then it'll open in a window. Once you've added the link, check it, because some of them don't look like they're loading in this window, and if you hit this pop-out window, they will load okay. So you might need to tell your students when you click on this link, you need to hit the pop-out thing on the right or the page won't load right. Some of them, I don't know why some of them don't work that way, but I've run into a few that don't look like they're working and then you pop them out and they're fine.
Yeah. Think you got that, Rona?
You know what? I'm gonna have to.
You gotta play.
Yeah, play. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta play with it.
Yeah, Lynn's right. Just play with it. It's moving around fast, but you'll see. You know, like I think this is going to help you. Just pause it when you're at that point, then play, and then play the video again. It'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do people feel like they need to be able to do right now?
Well, I mean, this doesn't involve other people, but I've got to get my day treatment student visible. I don't know where they are.
Are they in Infinite Campus?
Yeah.
Okay, then if you click on your courses and go to my courses, they're gonna be towards the bottom, but I bet you they're in there. They're just bumped off the list because there's so many, like the district had
Tried
to,
that, and I really did try that. I tried everything.
So you've
okay.
already gone into Schoology and you can't find your kids. You've already gone into managed courses and.
I have every other kids. I mean, I have all autistic kids, but not my day treatment kids.
I would probably send just a quick email to, first ask your principal. There may be a reason for it. And then if he doesn't know, then just send a quick note to Sarah Edwards and
Okay.
just maybe she has a solution or an answer for you. Because that's not anything we can do that's through Infinite Campus, and it just there may be a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other things that,
So if we have a problem with different.
Could you show again how
if
you
we have
got
a
to?
problem-
Wait, hold on. Carol first and then Lalaisha.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
what do you need,
If
Carol?
you have a problem with Infinite Campus, because they have me listed under resource group and they have me on these other courses that have nothing to do with me, how do I get them off? I go to Sarah Edwards to ask?
Can't really. Just move your courses to the top. Honestly, and because a lot of people are like, I got added to even the elementary stuff and I teach high school, and Sarah's basically like dealing with more important things right now. You know what I mean? So she's just like, reorder your courses so yours are at the top. We can't go through every user in the district and figure out who belongs in which group. They had to do it very
Okay, I
quickly, so they
understand
just
that.
added them.
Just when I go to link my courses together, I could link my studio courses together, but I couldn't link my pathway kids to my studio courses. How do I do that?
Do you see them as separate users in Schoology?
They're separate, yes.
Okay, so what you are gonna have to do, like I have 2 different sections of graphic design, and because they're separate periods, they show up separately, but I wanna give them the same work, right? What you can do is
Correct.
add something into one class. Let me just add a discussion here real quick.
I did that. I got my 4 studio classes all linked together. I did
Okay.
do that. However,
So-
I have 2 classes of pathways that is the same as studio, and I couldn't link it up with that.
Okay, so all you have to do is once you've created the assignment in Studio, click and copy to course. Click on the little gear and copy to course, and then all your courses will show up, and you can copy it into any of the courses you want to. So
Show me that.
I just did. Let me do it again.
One more time.
Okay, so I'm going to take this sample assignment, and
Okay.
I am going to click on this little gear, and I'm going to
Okay.
copy to course, and all of
Okay.
my classes are going to show up, so I can click on any of my classes I want, or all of them, if you want to copy something to all of
Okay.
them, and then just click copy, and the thing I just made in this graphic design course will show up to all the courses I copied to now. Okay,
Thank you so
that's what
much, because
I
I've been
do.
doing it individually.
Like in the morning, I type my daily update
Yep.
in one class and then copy it and paste it to all other classes, and then just go back in and edit it and adjust it slightly for each particular class. Instead of having to write a
That's what I've
whole
been doing.
message. Lalaisha, you had something too, right?
Yeah. How do you, if the kids submit stuff, how do you get to it? I know
Okay.
you showed us before.
It depends on if it's a media album or if it's an assignment, but let me go into which particular class is this? Okay, so I'm gonna go into some of my older stuff because it's while we
Yes.
were at school and kids turned in projects, so I know they're there, right?
Right.
Like this is some of my older stuff. If I go into this folder,
Right.
you can see all the resources I gave them,
Right.
and then where they go to turn it in, if I click there,
Right.
all of the turned in work from each of my students that turned it in is there.
Right.
Okay, you can click on individual students and see each particular kid's work if you want to. These are not going to necessarily load right through their Illustrator files.
Right.
You follow them to see them. But the other thing you can do, which is kind of cool, see this little green drop down arrow?
Yeah.
If I click on that, it downloads this entire assignment for me onto my computer.
Right.
So see that little file that just went onto my
That's
computer?
nice.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and what it does is it's going to, let me let it finish downloading. It shouldn't take long because these are not huge files, but it's going to download a folder for me that is named that assignment. So there's my illustrated word assignment. And in that folder is every kid's name and 900 number.
That's nice.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
it'll tell me, so he did it and then he did a revision and turned it in again. I can look at all of his revisions as separate.
That's nice.
Okay, so
Mhm.
if you wait till like a bunch of kids have turned stuff in, you can just download a folder with all their stuff in it, which is nice for going back and grading.
That I did not know, and that's very cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Poke around and figured it out.
That's very cool.
What I do.
Yeah, it's just kind of playing around.
Yeah, you're not
Mhm.
gonna break it. You're not.
Yeah.
Mhm. Any other questions with this?
Well,
I'll probably have a lot of questions, but until I'm actually working with it, it's kind of like the
Absolutely.
nebulous what if zone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta try it. So
Well,
I know you guys all have the ability to email me. The other thing you can do, if
Okay.
anybody wants to text me, I know some of you have my phone number already, but it is 812-1995. I'll say that again.
812.
1995. Yep. So if you want to text me, if you run into problems, just because I've been giving a lot of people my phone number these days, text me. You are the first time you text
Yeah.
me, okay?
I also think what I'm going to do, Rachel, just so that sometimes the question is the same question someone else will have.
Yes.
So maybe on Schoology, I'll create a discussion on just Schoology, questions about Schoology. And, you know, I'll have Rachel and I kind of jump into that every once in a while and try to answer as best as we can. I think that'll just be the best way to do it. So you're not inundated with all these texts and calls. And I'm sure many people have the same kinds of questions.
Yes, that's probably true.
Yeah. So
I
I'll
really
do
have
that.
to say thank you so much. This was so valuable.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
It beats the frustration, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have to try it first.
Yeah.
I'd be
Oh
crazy.
yeah, I'll be frustrated if it doesn't work.
Well, we're all in this
little more.
together. Yeah, we're all in this together. And, you know, we're all trying to figure out new ways to do something that is not normally done on video, which is teaching art. So, but I think, are there any more Schoology questions? I know that there will be, but are there
I have
any ones
one.
right now? Mhm.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm trying to upload a video, but it's saying the video is too big. Is there any way around that?
Yeah.
Jean?
I think it's a 500 meg file size limit. You're going to have to probably break the video into chunks and
Okay.
upload like a part 1, part 2, part 3.
Okay.
Or however many parts you need to get to where you're at. You could try resaving the video as a smaller format, depending on what video editing software you're using.
I'm also going to, I haven't done it yet, but I'll have, I think, a YouTube channel for all of us. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. And I think you can do something right on. Hi.
He's been dying to say hi to you guys. So I don't have to wait. So,
So
Amelia,
good to see you, Amelia.
Hello.
So,
all right, say see you later. Bye.
so we will have a YouTube channel that I wanted to do. I haven't done it yet, but I'll have it up this weekend. And because Eric's been doing really cool videos. Cassie has done a couple. I know Rachel has. I think there was someone that you had, or Michelle had a student that did one. I don't know. We can figure out what's
I had somebody that did one. I have a couple that I've made that I didn't bother posting because I know we're going to have a department site in a minute.
So I think that'll be helpful, Jean, because you can not worry about that kind of stuff, and you just end up having a link, and then you can throw that link into your spot. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry
So
I
everyone
joined. I'm
is-
sorry I joined you late. I wanted to listen in, but they had the progress development for the big blue button, and I went and tried that.
Oh, okay.
So just because of trying to learn how to upload some kind of video,
Okay.
I thought I should start to learn.
That's
So
good.
I also tried to help some people that are having trouble with this, and I just had to I wanted to try to check it and see if I was doing it right. I don't know if you've looked at anything I've done, if I've been doing it right, but I think I have everything up the right way. But
Yeah, I'm starting to look through them, and they all look good to me, considering this is the first week many of you have ever done anything like this. So I'm not going to be overly judgmental. When we get better at it, when we get better at it, we'll reorganize. I'm getting better at it, so everyone's getting
I
better.
just saw others doing the videos, and I thought it was such a good idea. I thought maybe this was a chance to learn this big blue button is fairly easy to use.
Okay.
And conferencing too. I don't know,
Okay.
Rachel, if you've used it.
No, I've just been recording with my phone and dumping it into iMovie and editing it.
Yeah, and Lisa,
the YouTube is even easier. Probably the YouTube station will be the best.
It will be
That's
only
my
because
question.
We'll have
the YouTube
control.
thing. The YouTube thing, that's part of the educational, and could download the whole thing for our kids, or how does that work?
So I'll make it a channel, and you'll have different videos. You may be able to put categories in there, and you don't have to take everything on there. It's just Natasha's a dancer, so she'll pop up some dance things that possibly somebody else may want to use. You know, when you're doing gesture drawing, maybe you can, maybe you'd want to use her video because there's movement. Do you know what I mean? Or Jean is, she is in theater, so she wants to do some storytelling and things like that. But she may be reading a story about colors that maybe Lalaisha thinks is interesting, so she could pull that. So it's all about sharing.
And we can add to it.
And we can add to it. We can use
individually.
it. You can, and I think we are our best experts. We know our kids and we know what they need, and the curriculum. So that's what I'd like to do. So we can house these videos. We could keep going. It doesn't, after Corona, we can still keep it growing. And I think it'll be really neat to have our own repository for these kinds of, needs, digital needs. But then you can use those links instead of worrying about uploading a video that Schoology just has a limited amount of space. You just upload the link. That'll make it a little easier. The other, I said this already, Lisa, but you may not have been on. The district is very concerned about using other platforms, links that have not been vetted. I'm doing Zoom now, but I'm going to start doing life size because apparently there was some hacking or whatever. So I'm still going to use Zoom because I'm a rebel. I've already told Eric, so I'm still kind of using that for some things. But a lot of the stuff that we're going to do together is going to end up being a life size now.
I copied down the links, and you're having the meetings next week. I copied down the times and everything.
Okay. And we're also recording this, Lisa.
Okay.
So we'll put that on Schoology, and then you can have access to what you've missed.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you'll tell us how to use that life size thing?
Yes. I think you just have to click on it, like
you
Zoom.
Can't wait for me to retire.
I'll miss you so much. Or you can cut and paste it into that URL space, and then you should be able to use it. If I don't see you there, I'll make sure that I'll find you.
Thank you.
Here's an app. I downloaded it this morning.
Oh, the app, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in the Schoology apps?
No, it's in like when you click on the email Michelle sent us, there's a link and you can download it.
Okay.
I
just didn't realize all the apps that were on Schoology.
Yeah, we have
just from doing this. From this course.
Office 365 has lots of stuff that you can use. So it's a good time to play since now we have a little bit of time. Any other Schoology? Rachel, your number.
Anybody need anything else?
Yeah, Rachel, Eric wanted your number.
Waiting.
Oh, yeah, your number.
Yeah, sorry, Eric, I can't hear you for some reason.
Okay.
That's better. It's 812-1995.
812-9915.
1995.
What was that number for?
That's my cell phone if you want to text me any questions.
Oh, I thought the 812, yeah, 1995. Got it. Thank you. Yes,
Yep.
sorry.
Hi, Lisa.
812.
1995.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
So Rachel, do you mind jumping onto the Buffalo Schools website since you've got some control there? And so for Rona, just to let you see on the website where some of those virtual tour links are.
Thinking about it.
Okay.
There it goes.
Yay.
All right. Where do you want me to go?
Just go to the art webpage. Okay. So it's right on the webpage. So Rona, do you see that?
There's Scholastic, there's Albright Virtual Museum Tours.
On the right?
So all of these are links. We've tried to put it in a place where it's accessible. So all of those are your virtual museum tours that you could just link on. You have your Scholastic magazine stuff there.
Oh, it is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And there's some how-to videos, some
I didn't
pre-K
realize
through
it was
fun. That's from the Children's Museum of Arts. I don't, some of them are fine. Some of them are a little corny, but it's there. MoMA has a nice glossary of art terms that I really liked, so I posted that there. And then some dance and theater videos that we're going to keep adding to. That's there. So, so this is accessible to all of you and to your parents.
So I'm sorry to backtrack here, but so we click on this and
click on the tour. Click on the tour, Rachel.
Or if you wanted to, you could just link to this page and say, here's a place to go with lots of tours. But if you wanted a specific one, say you wanted to go to the Albright Knox tour, you could click on that link and that'll take you to the Albright Knox website. And then you can take the URL for that up here. If I click on that, I can copy it. And then I can paste Schoology. And I can add materials.
Thank you. That's what I forgot. Sorry.
That's okay. File, link, or external to, and I'm going to add the link. I'm going to paste it here. And then in the title, I'm going to put Albright Knox Art Gallery.
Now, can you just show me how to do everything?
I can try.
You could select all or something like that. Did you say that?
Yeah, if I could have it over, I would.
Rachel, you're going to be busy 24 hours.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't text me in the morning, okay?
You can do that with the website. So if you wanted to just click on copy and paste the Buffalo Public Schools arts education, if that's what you want to do, so that they can go right. That's what she's asking.
Yeah, that page, that would be good just to.
Yeah, so that's just that first page. I'm going to click up here where it says buffaloschools.org. And when you click on it, like my browser shows the shortened view of the web address, but when I click on it, it shows me the whole URL for that exact page. So if I copy this.
Wait, now I'm lost.
Okay, you said URL, you lost right URL.
I'm on the Buffalo Schools webpage and I went to departments and I went to art. So I'm at Michelle's homepage for the art department.
Right.
Okay, see where it says buffaloschools.org up here?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so if I click on that, the whole thing that pops up is the URL specifically to go to the art department. So if I copy that, and then when I go into Schoology and paste it, I can add that file as a link. And when I put that in, it's so hard for me to not use the keyboard shortcuts to copy and paste. I just want you to know that.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And the add a link was under file.
Okay, and then put in what you want. Okay. And then that'll show up. And again, it's going to go to the bottom of this page because that's where
that might be where my
everything
stuff
that
is.
gets added goes to the bottom. But you can move it up.
Yeah, it does that. It's just kind of annoying. It does just drop everything to the bottom.
It is.
But, it is what it is. So you can drag that up.
Yep, so I could move this back up to the top. The other thing I could do, if I wanted it to be in a folder, you can organize, like you could create a folder that says useful links and put all these in folders. I've created folders on here already, so I could actually, now that it's there, move it.
That's what I was having trouble with, was my folders.
Yeah, so right now the destination is none, which means it's going to be on that main page. But if I click there, I could see all the folders and folders within folders that I have personally created on my Schoology already. So if I wanted to put it in first quarter assignments, I could move it there. If I wanted to put it in third quarter assignments, I'd put it there. It'd be a nice little surprise for my graphic design.
Oh, okay. Make a folder for each quarter. Okay.
Yeah, well, I have, because
That's the way you have it.
So if I didn't,
Okay.
I didn't have all my stuff in folders, this main page would be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I would suggest, because I mean, Rachel's been doing this since the beginning of the school year. So this is something that she uses all the time.
Yeah.
But for now, maybe you can do, week 1 folder, or base it, or, a folder color, learning about colors folder, or, whatever unit, do it by unit instead of quarter. So you can put all your lessons in one unit.
Drawing projects, or a folder of links, or a folder of, but I do suggest using folders. Otherwise, this is just so much.
Yeah, it'll get too crazy.
Yeah.
Even like, because I've been doing the daily updates for my students, I'm leaving this week's out, but at the end of each week, I'm creating a folder to like archive. So like here's my updates 316 to 320. I put all of my discussions from last week in there, so kids can still see them, but they're not taking over the whole screen.
Okay.
So you can go back and file things later too if you want.
Because it's too much, begins to be too much if you don't use the folders, probably.
Right. And then you could color them and do all sorts of fun things too to make it peppy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can color code. It's fun.
Yeah.
So I think as you use it a little bit, it gets easier quickly.
Yeah.
It's not too dissimilar to a Facebook environment. So I think it'll make sense fairly quickly, but you know how to contact me if you need anything.
Yeah. So any other questions that we may have?
Michelle.
Yes. Hey, Natasha, go ahead. Did you have a question, Natasha?
I did. I thought somebody else was talking.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So I have a question about the discussion. Because I'm working with little ones, like my 3rd and 4th graders, I'm sure they might or might not reply, but should I worry about my K 1st and 2nd graders? Like, how do I navigate that they're getting the information? Because I can't really see them joining in on a discussion.
So, well, I'm guessing they wouldn't be able to get on the computer or any kind of device without parental help. My assumption. So, so they would be able to, so the parent can help, we hope, a lot of hoping here.
Yeah.
Help guide them through that. And I think a child could answer yes or no, Y or N, 1, 2, 3, 4. They can do something very simple, so what that they're responding, and you could just ask parents, parents, please help your child respond by writing yes or no, or whatever. It's very simple requests, but it could work that way. But you need parents' help with that, and so right now it's just hoping that would work out.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
How did you get your students to get their picture of their work into your assignment?
You can actually upload to Schoology from a phone.
From where?
From a phone. So if they take a picture on their phone, they can upload from there. They can just, all of them know how to take pictures on their phone.
Right.
It's very easy to upload from there. So
is it like a OneDrive thing?
Nope, they're just going right from their phone to Schoology. They can just go on schoology.buffaloschools.org from their phone and go to the spot where they upload stuff and click on Add Media and pick the picture from their phone.
Okay, it's Add Media. Okay.
What we can do is, if you have maybe, it sounds so easy, Rachel, but maybe we'll do on Schoology, once I post this video, maybe Rachel will put in just a quick step-by-step of how a kid could do this on the phone, and you can share that with your students. But really, these kids will know what to do, honestly. But
they're
but
figuring it out, I promise.
Yeah, but if
like
you
high school kids.
But if they have, you know, Buffalo Schools, they can get on to Chrome, through Chrome, buffaloschools.org, and then they'll find Schoology, or they may have the Schoology app already on their phone, depends on how they do it, but they'll be able to upload. And maybe, Rachel, if you don't mind, just like 4 steps, however, you know, of
Yeah,
how a
absolutely.
student could do that so that Carol could share it.
I will try, and actually, I think that if I go on to Schoology on my phone, I can get one of my children to record it on their iPad.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be
Showing them
great.
doing it.
Something
Yeah.
later that way.
Oh, that'd be
We'll
great.
add it on.
That'd be fun. That's cool.
And you can actually see it. And then if I do that, I don't actually mind if you guys take that video and upload it to your Schoology as a, here's how you can add files.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I
I was just wondering, I was making folders, but the folder only shows up for the first class I make it for, and then it doesn't show up for the other.
Copy them.
You just have to copy it.
Yep. So once you've made it on one, if you click on the little gear.
For each class?
Course.
Okay.
Okay. So like I wrote my Friday update once, and then I went to copy course, and all your other courses will show up there.
Okay.
If you just check all the boxes.
And just, yeah.
You'll copy it
Okay.
to all the courses. You can also put it in specific folders if you want to.
Okay, and then the folder should show up for each of the course,
Yeah.
each class.
I think it's workflow management wise easier to completely make a whole folder with everything you're going to put in it before you copy it.
I'm sorry, I lost you.
Yep. Make the folder with everything in it once before you copy the folder to all your classes. So any files you're going to add, any links you're going to add, so you do that in one folder, and then you just copy that whole folder once.
Yeah.
And it'll
Okay,
show up
got
all your
it.
classes.
That's much more efficient for sure. Mhm.
Yeah, I found the copying, but I didn't copy the folders. Now I know what to do. Okay,
Yeah, so
thank you.
Thank you. Get the whole folder built with every resource you want in it first, because if not, you have to add the thing in every single folder. You have
Yes,
to go copy it in
yes,
that
that's what, yes, I ended up doing, yes.
Have it all.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay, it is 3:30. Any last questions?
I'm sure there'll be more.
I heard someone. I heard a name.
Michelle, can you
Yes.
provide guidance about what is allowable to link, you know, from outside? If you go, like, can I show something from a museum or you know, something reputable like Kennedy Center or something like that? Or do you have to see everything first? Or
Is that Jean?
Yes.
Hi, Jean. So no, Kennedy Center's fine. Just let me know if it's something like that. It should be fine. You know, I don't think you need to worry about having me see it. But there are certain, like in YouTube, there are certain links that will link or find its way into something else, or the advertisements may come up that are inappropriate, or things like that we have to be careful about. And they're also just worried about using certain types of platforms because they could easily be hacked into, or they have advertisement pop-ups that are inappropriate, things like that we don't care about. We take totally for granted. We just ignore as adults. But when it comes to kids, it's just different. Yeah. So if you know, it's better just to send it to me and say, Michelle, you know, what do you think? And I'll say right away, it's fine. Or like Natasha sent me something and I just wanted to make sure, because it's coming from a particular website, which I think is fine. But I sent it to IT just to confirm it's good to go, and then we could post it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Like, for example, could I give an example of what keeps running through my mind is Cassie Stevens making that bubble thing with the color, food coloring and making the bubble prints, things like that you probably don't want us to use.
No,
that's why I got to thinking I should make my own.
Yeah, making your own would be awesome. I think it's much
Would be the
more, I
best.
think kids would love that anyway.
Right,
I
they'd
love
love to
watching
see-
Eric's videos. Eric
Yeah.
is so like cool on the videos. But you know, but I think I mean, some of them are fine. I just, you know, if you're not sure, just let me know.
Okay.
You know, if you're not sure, but if they come from the, you know, national galleries, museums, you know,
Right.
things like that.
Any .orgs are good.
Normally .orgs are good. Yes, correct.
Or EDUs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh, so time for dinner.
My dog hates the mailman. I'll be right back.
So any other last minute questions?
Michelle, if we have the littles and they don't have devices or Schoology, are we just waiting to see if they get devices?
Did you hear the doggies? So if they don't have devices and you sent out packets, right, with kids,
Yes.
I don't have a really good answer for that. I know that they're trying to figure out ways to get devices to children, because right now there's no way to really get copies of anything to kids, you know,
Right.
and we
But
can't.
will K through 2 get Schoology codes then? Don't the kids have to have access codes?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think they already have them. I think that's already there, but I don't know. I think it's not as, I think they have access to it. I think it's like it's a clean access for everyone.
Yeah, I had one of my kindergarten parents commented on something I sent out yesterday, so I know they have access to it.
It's if they don't know, it's their username and password that they use for everything else. Okay, so their username is their 900 number. But I will add a comment in a minute on the BPS art group with how they figure out their password if they don't know, because it is a standard, like it's their first letter of their first name, first 2 of their last name, day of birth, last 3 of their 900 number.
Oh.
So even if the kids don't know their username and password, I can help you tell them how to figure it out.
That's cool.
Michelle,
yes.
I know this is off topic a little bit, but it was for AP. We're going to be doing Talk to Joe on Monday for AP art. But again, what my concern is, I'm going through their folders, and that's what I ask if I put their pictures in a folder for each kid. I cannot upload that folder to them unless it's individually. That's what I'm asking.
So I'm not sure. So can you repeat the question again?
Okay, what we're doing is I'm going through, my kids all have a file and they have anywhere from 50 to 100 pictures, okay? So I'm skimming through, making a folder with relevant pictures that they have to edit and write out.
So you're asking, can they upload these images and writings into the folder you create? Is that the question?
Well, I created the folder. I want to know if that folder can be uploaded into the OneDrive as is. All they'd have to do is open the folder. They've already got their images. They just have to edit and write, and we'll be on task.
I don't know.
Or do I have to do every individual, every picture I put in there then has to be uploaded individually? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, so dragging the folder. I don't know the answer. Do you know, Rachel?
For OneDrive, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Let me write it down and I'll find out.
All right, because that's what I've been doing all week long with my 17, 18 kids.
Yeah.
I'm going through their files. I'm putting it in a folder of things that they may need to turn in, but they got to go through and edit it and write it. But I mean, and I'm putting at least, some are 15, some are 20, some are only 10.
Yeah.
So,
Let me find out. I wrote the question down. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. So let me find out. I'll talk to some IT people about it.
yeah, I'll just keep making my folders. And
Yeah,
then
keep
they'll be
making your
ready.
folders and we'll see if there's a better way.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, lovely people.
Yeah, put this on
Everybody,
Schoology.
very helpful.
Oh, I'm glad.
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you.
I want to say that I miss all of you so much. And it's good to see all your faces. And, feel free to, chime in anytime. Most of you have my cell phone. And if you don't, I can give you that too. And it's 228-7370. But I think most of you have it. And if not, now you do.
228-7370.
228-7370. Okay, 716. And just take care of yourselves. You all look good, so that makes me happy. And I miss you guys so much. Yes, the hair, girl. And so just reach out whenever you need me. I'm here, and I'll try to respond as quick as I can. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Have a
Thank
wonderful
you, Rachel.
weekend.
Thank you, Michelle.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so very much.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.